So I know you probably can't read books because your attention span is 3 or even 4 seconds, and you're probably looking at the comment section already in this video because hey, it's a little bit too boring to just watch me sit here and speak. Jokes, I know your attention span isn't that bad, but if you, my friend, want to be successful in the entrepreneurial space, these are my 5 essential books that you read to make your first 10k per month. I became a millionaire by practicing and using many of the strategies, tactics, and mindset shifts that are documented within these 5 books. If you're just starting out on this journey, book number 1, The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco, is where you start. This book offers a completely fresh perspective on how you can actually get rich incredibly fast in the modern era. It's not going to tell you to work hard and invest and save every penny that you make, because as MJ states in his book, those are the slow way. That's the old path of getting rich. The new path is starting an online business that has an incredible amount of leverage that can scale incredibly fast with you having a couple of team members and just a bog standard laptop. I read this book when I was about 1 year into building my marketing agency, and at this point we had already made some really good progress. We were probably making 20 to 30,000 per month, but this allowed me to see that, you know, even where I was at 20 to 30k per month was really not that much, and that I could go much further with this. But if I was to start my journey again, take all the knowledge out of my head, this book is the #1 book I would read to start. Because when you're starting on this business journey, so many of you are going to get trapped by what your parents are telling you, what your friends are thinking, and what society is ultimately going to tell you, which is the only way to make money in a safe manner is to get a job, save your money, and then retire at 65. This book is just going to smash all those doubts and give you the fast way, the fast lane to making cash. The second book I recommend you to read is called PsychoCybernetics. This is by Maxwell Maltz. I've probably reread this book 4 or 5 times now, and it's a book that I constantly preach to people that I work with. Here's the 30-second summary. If you want to be successful, you have to view yourself as the person that can become successful. You gotta view yourself that way, and you've gotta now identify as that person doing the things that the successful person does. What's funny is I recently posted a TikTok that has close to 1 million views right now, and I reference an experiment that was conducted, but the experiment that was conducted actually references the entire lesson of this book. Let me play you that TikTok real quick because this sums it up perfectly. So there's an experiment where they put scars on the faces of women that are going to a job interview. The purpose of this is to figure out if people with facial disfigurements face discrimination. Now, just before the women were about to leave and go to the job interview, someone from the makeup team said, hey, let me just fix up the makeup. So previously the makeup technician had put these scars on their face. They had showed them in the mirror so that they could identify with that person, but then just before they were about to leave, they actually removed all of the scars and they didn't tell the women. So the women carried out as normal. They went to the job interviews and they thought that they had the scars still on their face, even though they didn't. And lo and behold, they came back from the interviews and reported a massive increase in discrimination that they felt towards them. What this tells us is the massive importance of you not having a victim mindset. So by changing your self-image, you then change your behavior, and your behavior is what brings you results. And book number 3 is called The EMyth Revisited. This is by Michael E. Gerber. The EMyth Revisited is quite simple. The lessons learned in this book are very simple, but they pack a punch. Michael claims that most entrepreneurs start off as technicians. For example, you're really good at cleaning windows and you work for a company that cleans windows, and you think to yourself, I could do this better than the boss and I could make more money doing it myself. You then start your own business, but what you essentially do is just create your own job. You thought you would have freedom, you thought you could travel and, you know, do all the things you wanted to do, but you've just got a job. And this is the trap. This is why, you know, in my hometown in Ireland, there's so many people that are stuck in this trap where they do construction or they're a mechanic and they do a job that they're really good at and they're really skilled at. But the problem is they haven't become a business owner. They've just become an employee of their own business. So this book is going to teach you the importance of building systems and how to logically think through what systems you should make. Because if you can learn how to build systems that can be replicated and handled by other people, in theory, you don't need to work and your business runs without you. Which, if you want to build a marketing agency like I did, that was pretty much fully automated, where you've got people and automations and systems all working together, you should read this book. Book number 4 is called Cash Vertizing by Drew Eric Whitman. It's a pretty old book. It was written in 2008, and although it's giving advice on how to write advertising copy and how to create marketing materials that get incredible results, it's still very relevant. You're going to learn how to write attention-grabbing headlines, how to use persuasive language, and how to test advertising campaigns to figure out what works the best. This is really useful, especially for those of you watching that want to start a marketing agency, because this will give you some of the knowledge that most people only gain from actually having tons of clients and doing tons of work. You should be able to get some of these strategies and tactics in your brain before you sign any clients just from the book. And book number 5 is called Oversubscribed by Daniel Presley. It's going to give you practical advice on how you can make your business become in demand and very valuable. It talks about how scarcity and exclusivity are 2 key factors to make sure that your business is in high demand. As the title suggests, the goal is to master the ability to attract customers so that you are oversubscribed, meaning that you have more clients waiting to work with you than you can even take on. This is probably the best problem to have. And if you can master the strategies of oversubscribing your business, and then you pair that with the lessons in the EMyth Revisited, learning how to build systems and processes to run the business for you, you've essentially mastered the 2 parts of business, getting customers and serving customers. But look, I hope this goes without saying. I don't want you to just read these books. I want you to read these books and take action. Because yes, I became a millionaire by using the principles taught in these books, but the books didn't make me a millionaire. The lessons in the books, when applied correctly, made me a millionaire. Because reading doesn't do shit if you just fucking read it.